If you clicked on this video, I guess it's because you are planning to start a YouTube channel, maybe in 2022, or maybe it's been on your mind for a while. Whatever it may be, welcome. I'm a uni or college student studying in Singapore, and I make YouTube videos for fun to create memories and all of that. I don't want to ramble on too much. As you guys can see, I'm not a super huge YouTuber with millions of subscribers, but I would say I gained a lot of my subscribers this year. In 2021, YouTube analytics show that I gained 5.7k subscribers this year, and I was looking to share some of my insights and whatever I've learned this past year and just impart that knowledge onto people who are looking to start a YouTube channel as well. This is coming from a fellow small YouTuber, so I hope that the advice is more relatable to anyone who is new to YouTube. Also, as a uni student and just the kind of content that I make, I think it's really catered towards people who are looking to start vlogging, making lifestyle videos, maybe some fashion videos. But I think a lot of these tips and things I'll be talking about will be really useful for any content creator, anyone who's looking to make content of any kind at all. So I hope this video will be helpful. So let's get into it. I think a lot like starting a business, it's really important to know your why. But before that, I think it's even more important to figure out your what. So what is it exactly that you want to do on YouTube, and why do you want to do it? What is lacking perhaps in the YouTube space that you're interested in? Or it could even just boil down to your amazing personality, right? Maybe you're like some spicy individual with a lot of insightful things to talk about. Or it could be your amazing post-production skills. Maybe you were trained in that and you're just really good at filming and creating visually appealing videos. That could be a huge skill as well. But whatever it may be, I think it's really important to make sure that that interest and that passion is real and it's authentic. Make sure it's something that you know you really enjoy, and you know that you're gonna stick to it even if no one's watching, even if no one cares about what you have to say about cryptocurrency, right? But you can go on and talk about it for hours and just really dive deep into this thing that you're so passionate about. And I think that's a really good place to start a YouTube channel, when you have something that you know you're gonna stick to regardless of the outcome and what people say. Find that thing and stick to it. So from there, that'll be the niche of your channel. And not only me, but when I was first starting YouTube, I would watch a lot of videos like this on how to grow or start a YouTube channel, and a lot of them said that it's good to have 3 niche areas for your channel. So for me, for example, I'm a uni student and I like making vlogs, so I guess vlogs and lifestyle is one of them. The next is studies. Third is art. So 3 or 4 niche areas would be a really good place to start. It's just so people know what you're about and what your channel is about, right? And I think that's what helps people want to subscribe to you, because they know that, oh, this person does these kinds of videos and I'm really interested in these kinds of videos, so I'm gonna subscribe. Also, authenticity is everything on YouTube, and as cliche as it sounds, I think it's really important to just be yourself. Speaking of being yourself, I think I got a lot of questions on how I'm so comfortable in front of the camera. It's not all the time. There are days where I'm like, there are good days and bad days for everything. But I think it's important to know that this didn't happen overnight. I was making videos since secondary school, so it's a good, oh my, I'm so old. It's been a good like 7-8 years since I've spoken in front of a camera. And even though it wasn't consistently, right, over the 7 or 8 years, I was talking to a camera from pretty early on, so it definitely took a while before I could get this comfortable. If you look at my earlier videos, I think you can definitely see that I was a lot more awkward and just not as good as being concise and getting straight to the point and things like that. I think it really takes practice over time. Perhaps you can try to speak to a camera as self-therapy to externally process your thoughts. I think I did that a lot, especially in uni. When I was going through a tough time, I would just turn on the camera and start crying. Crying or trying to be vulnerable in front of the camera. So that really helps. So I think the bottom line is it takes time and practice, so be patient with yourself. Now on to gear. So when I first started YouTube, I didn't take the leap to buy an expensive camera right off the bat. I wanted to make sure that it's a hobby that I'll actually continue and be consistent with. So I started with my iPhone camera. The iPhone camera is really decent actually. So I think I had an iPhone 5 at the time, or iPhone 6. So I would just film on the iPhone and use a free editing software, iMovie at the time. Use what you have first to make sure that it's something that you really want to do, this YouTube thing. Like, people ask, does a good camera really make a difference? And I think to some extent yes, but yeah, it's good to start with a smartphone camera first just to build that habit. But once I was uploading pretty consistently for a month or two and I was really enjoying it and I was starting to see some kind of growth, I decided to invest in a camera, which is the one that's being used to film right now. It's the Canon G7X Mark II, which is a cult favorite. I think a lot of YouTubers use this and it's a great entry camera, but I think there are better cameras out there now. Like, Sony has this really good one that I'm really eyeing, but you know, cameras are expensive and I am trying to save money next year, trying to be a bit more minimal and careful with my spending. But anyway, so that's what I use for my camera, and I'm looking to find a mic as well. I think audio is sometimes overlooked. As for video editing software, I use Final Cut Pro now. Like I mentioned before, I used iMovie just because it was free, but Final Cut Pro has really taken my video editing to the next level. I think there's so much more that I can do on Final Cut. Things like color grading and adding texts anywhere on screen, and I think there are a lot more tools on Final Cut Pro that iMovie didn't have. But of course, Final Cut Pro is so expensive, which is why I didn't buy it immediately. It took me a while before I decided to invest in it. So I guess the main thing is just to make sure before you buy anything expensive, right, to make sure that it's something that you really want to do and you want to be consistent in before you make any big purchases. Now on to video editing and music. I don't want to talk too much about my video editing process in this video. I think I'll make a separate video to talk more in depth about how I edit my videos, but briefly, I put the clips in order, I cut the clips, I color grade, I add texts and images and other illustrations, and then I add the music last, and then I export. As for music, there's this composer called Lukrembo on YouTube, and it's amazing because the music is copyright free and it's so nice and vibey, and it's really easy to pair with vlogging kind of content. But if you want more options, you can check out websites like MusicBed, Epidemic Sound, Artlist, Audio Jungle. I personally use Thematic. I've heard it's not the best, but it's been working pretty decently for me, and I like the music that they have there, so that's what I'm using for now. Now on to personal branding, things like thumbnails, fonts that you use, the channel art and banner, the profile picture. All of this allows you to create a personal brand for yourself, and I think it's important to be consistent. So things like channel banner, for example, I think that's a great way to tell people that visit your channel what you're all about. So my channel banner is illustrated and pink and green. I just really love that color combo, pink, green, white, and I think I need to update it soon, but it does house the important information, things like my name, my channel name, and the things that I focus on my channel. But honestly, speaking of personal branding, I think a lot of people have this misconception that YouTube is all about filming, editing, posting videos, which is already a lot of work, mind you, but I think there's so much more that you can learn from YouTube, and it's such a great skill to have and talk about in the future, right? When you're applying for jobs, you can say that, oh yeah, I've managed to market and grow my YouTube channel. It's just a great skill to have in this day and age. So starting and growing a YouTube channel is also a lot about marketing, search engine optimization, branding, public speaking, entrepreneurship, and all of that. So it's a really great skill to have, especially in these times. So be proud of yourself for wanting to go on this exciting and fulfilling journey of starting a YouTube channel and growing it. So beyond YouTube, social media is so huge, and it's a great way to let people know about your YouTube channel if you're comfortable enough, and hopefully you are, because it really is a great way to let people know about your channel. So I talked a bit about the freelancing video editing job that I did for another YouTuber, and I think she was really good with her strategy. Besides editing videos for her, I was also creating Instagram snippets. So I would make 30-second videos in an Instagram format for her to post on her social media, and I thought that was brilliant. And I just questioned myself sometimes, like, oh, I would do this for other people, right? Because it's a job. But why wouldn't I do this for myself? Am I not taking my own channel seriously? Am I shy about promoting my videos on my Instagram, for example? And truth be told, I think a part of me is a little shy about my YouTube channel still, but I think 2022 is a year that I want to be more proud of my channel and what I've done in this space and things that I'm working on, things that I want to do. So I'm really excited for 2022. Making other short snippets or reels that you can post on social media would be really helpful as well. But before all of that, right, you have this huge hurdle, this huge milestone that you need to jump over, which is getting monetized. So the criteria to get monetized has changed over the years. I think at one point in time there was no criteria, but now it's 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, which I think is quite telling for what YouTube likes to prioritize right now. It's very much about viewer retention and making sure people are actually watching your videos, hence the 4,000 watch hours, which was quite a feat. When it comes to gaining subscribers, there's one thing that I want to caution, which is there are a lot of YouTubers and a lot of videos and a lot of people in the community who do this thing called sub for sub. So in the comment section, people will kind of reel you in and tell you, oh, I'll subscribe to your channel if you subscribe to mine. But this is definitely short term, right? Like the person could unfollow you at any time because they're not organically following you. You could immediately see a drop in your subscribers one morning. The algorithm is definitely going to catch that. They're going to notice some patterns, see some suspicious activity, and then YouTube could blacklist your channel, which is going to prevent you from getting monetized, which is a whole ordeal. So I would just recommend to avoid these sub for sub kind of things. But when it comes to content of your video, especially when you're trying to hit that 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, I think it's really important and useful to give your viewers what they want. If you find that your videos on fashion do really well and people seem to subscribe because of your fashion videos, I think it'd be good to push out more fashion videos, especially at the start. And once you've grown a bigger following, or once you hit that monetization mark, right, then maybe you can start experimenting with other videos that you have in mind. Maybe you also want to make makeup videos or skincare related videos, for example. I think it's good to explore that a bit later on. And I think this is one of the mistakes that I made. I think really early on I just started posting videos of whatever I wanted to post about. It was during circuit breaker, so I was just making a lot of vlogs and just curating memories of different things I was up to. But when nobody knows who you are, the chances of them watching vlogs by you is really, really slim. So while I had fun with making vlogs, I think it definitely slowed the growth of my channel. So I think this is a good strategy to have when you're starting a channel, like give people what they want and then experiment later on. Also, getting 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours is not an easy journey for most of us. I think it's very common for some videos to get less than 100 views. For me at least, it was really common for my videos to have less than 100 views, and that just made 4,000 watch hours look so far away, right? Because how am I going to get people to watch my videos for 4,000 hours? It just seems so crazy to me. But really all it takes is one good video. Like if the YouTube algorithm were to pick up one good video and really recommend it to people, if that video went quote-unquote viral, that could really help people discover your channel and discover the other videos on your channel, and then that will really help rake up the watch hours, and you could potentially earn a lot of subscribers in that way as well. So how do you get that one viral video, right? I think one way is to just upload consistently, to have that volume of videos on your channel so that the chances of one taking off is just much higher. Also, when people click on your channel and they see that you've been consistently posting and you have a lot of videos that you put out, they're just more likely to subscribe because they know that, okay, this person is being consistent and they're gonna continue posting videos. So I think consistency is really important. I think the YouTube algorithm really likes likes that as well. Like when they see that a user has been posting consistently on the same day or the same time for an extended period, I think the YouTube algorithm definitely rewards that, and they'll help push your videos out a bit more. Speaking of the YouTube algorithm, I think the algorithm right now really prioritizes retention. YouTube wants people to stay on the platform, right? So it's good if your videos are able to really capture and retain that attention from the viewers. And as I mentioned previously, when growing your channel, I think consistency is key. Another thing that is really important is thumbnails, right? Use custom thumbnails all the time. Create thumbnails of your own. And related to personal branding, I think it's good if you always use the same font or the same color scheme, just so it looks very cohesive, your channel. And thumbnails are the first thing that people see before they even click on the video, so it'd be really important and really useful to have a captivating, visually appealing, eye-catching thumbnail, but of course not clickbaity. I think being clickbaity is really a trap. It can go well, but it could go bad really fast as well, so be careful when it comes to clickbaity kind of titles and thumbnails. But for the most part, I think thumbnails are super important with your click-through rate, and the algorithm is pretty cool actually. So when someone watches one of your videos, the algorithm is very helpful and very kind in pushing out other videos of yours to that user. Like I think a lot of my friends, like they would watch one video and then suddenly their recommended page would have like other videos from me. I think that's a really great way to have people come back to your channel, come back to your videos, come back to subscribe maybe. And on the topic of growing your channel and being in the community, everyone is on a journey of their own, everyone's doing their own thing. I think it'd be really good to create a positive space as we are all trying to grow in our own ways. But besides small YouTubers, I think it's really great if you continue to check out big YouTubers, see what they do, see what works for them. And I would comment on their videos quite often. Like I would see what other people comment as well and kind of add in and chime in. And I think this is a really great way to engage with some of your favorite YouTubers. Like when they like your comment or they heart your comment, it just and I think the comment section is a really great place for other YouTubers and other viewers to find and discover your channel. And who knows, maybe people will really check out your channel from that comment, and I think that's a great way to kind of engage the community as well. Also, when it comes to growing your channel, I think besides consistency, it'd be good to use the analytics to your advantage. If there's anything Google is best at, it's their ability to collect and present data. So you can definitely use YouTube Studio Analytics to see what videos do well, see what keywords people are typing in before they discover your video. Also things like retention rate, to see when do people start to lose interest in my videos, and to see if I can change that. I think that is all that I have for this video. I've been talking for close to an hour and my throat is so dry, but I am really very glad that I got to sit down and kind of curate all the things that I've learned over the past 2 years or so of YouTube. I think it's been a really fun journey and it's been very fruitful as well. The fact that I have 8.5 people who click that subscribe button to watch my videos, I think that's insane to me. 2022 is going to be a really exciting year, and if you started your channel, please comment down below. Let's make it a positive space where we just talk about what we do and we can just support each other. And I'll definitely check out your channels if you comment down below. But I really wish you all the best with your YouTube journey. It's definitely not going to be a walk in the park. There will be some weeks where you just really need a break, and please take a break if you have to, right? Don't kill yourself over YouTube, and just enjoy the process, enjoy the journey, and don't be too hard on yourself, and be patient. I think that's the main thing. Be patient and have fun for sure. And I guess that's all for this video. Just want to thank you guys again and Happy New Year. Just want to thank you guys again and Merry Christmas. Christmas passed like 3 days ago, and Happy New Year. I guess that's all for this video. Thank you so much once again, and I pray that you stay safe, happy and healthy wherever you are. Bye!